Right, I'm going to start going through bits and pieces of the news, but the first thing I wanted to talk to you about was that poll, right, on the Echo, where you can go through, do it yourself if you get a chance. Go over to the Echo, go through, and they have a poll where you can vote keep or sell, keep or sell, keep or sell. Who do you think was the highest on the list that people absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, wanted to keep? In fact, 97.3% of people that voted wanted to keep this player. Who do you think's top of the list? We'll play a little game with it before I run through the list. This video is sponsored by Surfshark, the best VPN on the market. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to change your location to access websites in other countries and keep you safe and secure from hackers. Using Surfshark, we here in Ireland can access other countries' Netflix libraries or other streaming platforms like DAZN in Spain for all those important Premier League games. Surfshark keeps you safe and private by protecting everything you do online. Everything. When your device connects to the internet, all that information is, in a way, blurred out. Surfshark is particularly useful for keeping you safe from being hacked if you use public Wi-Fi. Let's say you're in a cafe, you're at college, you're out and about, they've got you covered. Surfshark allows you to use one subscription on unlimited devices, meaning you can share your account with friends or family or that neighbour who's a little bit cheap. On top of all of this, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can also upgrade to Surfshark One, which includes the VPN, an alert system for breaches related to your data such as emails and credit cards, and an antivirus software for your desktop. Our sign-up offer gives you Surfshark VPN for a little over €2 a month. Simply scan the QR code on screen right now or use the link in the description and enter the code Anfield Agenda at checkout. McAllister, yes, McAllister, you're spot on. McAllister is Mo, the Red Baron. You're going to be surprised on Mo when I get to his name in a second. But yes, it is Alexis McAllister. 97% of Liverpool fans that voted in this sell or keep want to keep McAllister. So I'll go down through the list one by one for you. Harvey Elliott was second on the list. 95.3% of the people that voted in the poll in the Echo want to keep Harvey Elliott at Liverpool. Trent came in third place with 94.6% of people who think Trent needs to stay at the club or want Trent to stay at the club. Andy Robertson was next with 93%. Van Dijk came in after Robbo with 92.7%. I think this is interesting because there's three players that we know have 1 year to go on their contracts. And two of them are at the very top of the list in the I want to keep them category. And the other one, well, we'll get to the other one later. But Trent and Van Dijk are up in the top five. Liverpool fans making it very clear in this poll they want to keep those two people at the football club. Graham Jackson, thank you for your super sticker, bro. I better just say thank you to you before I move on through the list, but thank you, mate. Appreciate you. So next on the list is Dominic Szoboszlai with 92% of Liverpool fans wanting to keep Dom. After Dom, Diogo, 92% as well. Alisson, 92%. Stefan Bajcetic then, we're down into the 80% now. Stefan Bajcetic is wanted to keep at the club by 86% of Liverpool fans. Cody Gakpo, 84%. Wataru Endo, 82.7%. Ben Doak, 82%. Kanade, 79.6%. Joe Gomez, 77%. Bobby Clark, 77.1%. Gravenberch, 76%. Darwin Núñez, 72.5%. Lucho, 68%. Cade Gordon, I'm getting ahead of myself. Cade Gordon, 64%. Kelleher, 61%. Then comes Mo. 53% of Liverpool fans want to keep Mo, and the other 47% want to sell him. That to me tells a tale, because up at the other top of the list we had Trent and Van Dijk. They're all in the same contractual situation. I think Liverpool fans are very clear on what they want to happen with Mohamed Salah. And again, the public, the media, they're all living in denial. You know? It's incredible. Like, to think about it this way, more Liverpool fans want to keep Bobby Clark at the club than Mohamed Salah at the minute. More Liverpool fans want to keep Curtis Jones at the club than Mohamed Salah at the minute. Cade Gordon, Lucho. Like, it is incredible to me how low I think he's third or fourth last on this list. Now, you can't tell me that that's just me anymore that thinks it's the right decision to sell when it's nearly a 50-50 split. If Salah had 3 years left on his deal, he'd be 90% simple. But he doesn't. So it isn't simple, David. That's the whole point of this, mate. Like, you know, if I was 6 inches taller and a few stone lighter, I'd probably be a lot better looking and in better shape. But I amn't. You know, and it's the same with Salah. We are where we are, and talking about hypotheticals won't address the situation, nor will it make it go away. So it is where it is. You know, what do we do? For me, it's clear. I got a lovely email from somebody who was defending the Mohamed Salah side and was sticking up for Mo, but it was a beautiful email, very well worded, nothing at all abusive, or laid his points out really well. I disagreed on many of the points with the viewer and explained my reasoning why. As basically, I look at it like this. The viewer tried to equate the impact that Salah's had to the impact that Kloppo has had, which is admirable, but I don't think is a fair comparison. I think it's kind of apples and oranges, because when you bring in a manager, one, you're not usually expecting that manager to make you money in the longer term with a sale. Two, most of the time you don't pay to bring in a manager. In Arne Slot's case, yes, we have. But also, a manager doesn't get worse the older he gets. Whereas with Mohamed Salah, Liverpool invested money into Mohamed Salah. So one of the points made by the viewer in the email was that Rami Abbas has already warned Liverpool not to try and sell Salah in his last deal because he'll just sit it out. And that was the bit that got me. Who the hell is Rami Abbas to dictate to Liverpool what will and won't happen? And why should we care what Rami Abbas Issa wants to do? Because Rami Abbas Issa has one job, to do the best for his player. And that's admirable. That's his job. I've no problem with that. He's fighting Mo's corner. That's what he's there to do. But we owe him no allegiance. The club owe him no allegiance. And the question that I put to everybody is, who would you rather have the 100 million quid? Salah or the club? And I'm a Liverpool fan. So it's always easy for me. I always will side with what's best for the long-term future of the club, not for an individual. So I was a bit taken aback by it, but I just wanted to bring it up because I thought he addressed it in such a balanced way that it was a pleasure to read the email and respond. I'm saying offer him a new deal. But why would you offer him a new deal, Chris? I mean, let's have this conversation. If you think Salah should get a new deal, why? And I think if you're being honest with yourself, the reason is just to protect the value. It's not because you think he's going to get better, because he's not going to get any better. We've seen the best of him. He could be okay, he could do numbers, but he ain't going to get better. And if you're just doing it to keep the transfer value, then why are we hanging around now? Sell him now. Or put him on the sideline for next season. The whole thing confuses me because I think people let their emotions rule their head because they become attached to a player, which again is admirable. We all fall in love with these guys. They do magical stuff that makes us love the game. But ultimately our allegiance, most of us, should be to the club and what's best for the health of the club and the future of the club. New haircut, new era for Salah. He is rocking the haircut. I think it really suits him. He does look good with the tighter hair and the beard. And did you see the photos of him again on holiday? I mean, the man is he's just an Adonis when it comes to physical specimen. Like, you'd never say that he goes out of season and gets out of shape, right? And he always looks after himself. But you know who's undefeated? Father Time. Undefeated. And it just feels to me like if we don't sell him this summer, he's leaving on a free next year and there's nothing we can do about it. Based on the second half of the season, he's not getting a deal unless reduced wages, which isn't happening. Exactly. That would be my take on it as well, mate. I can't see him accepting less money, and I can't see the club wanting to give him more money. I can see a situation where Arne Slot would rather have him around, of course. You know, what manager wouldn't want to keep a good player around? But we're not talking about this from the gaffer's perspective. We're talking about it from the fact that we need to go and strengthen. And whether we plan for it this summer or next summer, we do need to plan for a successor on that right-hand side. And so far, we haven't got a clue who that may be. Because Ben Doak's still a good bit away. Cade Gordon's had really bad luck with injuries. So on that right-hand side, I can't really see the successor. If you look to the left, you could make an argument for Gakpo. You could make an argument for Diaz. You could talk about playing Darwin out on the left-hand side. On the right, you're into the territory of Elliott and Dominic Szoboszlai, which aren't natural wide players for me. Well, I say that even though Szoboszlai did play on the right of a midfield for Leipzig, but in a different way, in more of a 4-2-2-2 system.